You can debate whether it's going to hit those really low levels in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Once you get to that point, then you'll see prices shoot up. The administration's already been told that, according to a second oil company executive that spoke to Politico. Yeah, the recent public pronouncements from industry executives are kind of a message for the consumer, this person says. Yeah, don't think that an open strait's going to mean your July 4 gas bill isn't going to be higher than what it is today. It's going to be. The White House closely watching the oil and fuel supply level, according to another who's in touch with the administration on energy policy, again, granted anonymity to describe private conversations. U.S. crude stocks held by companies fell by 8 million barrels last week, the eighth straight weekly decrease. They are now 3% below the 5-year average, according to the Energy Information Administration. The government also released 8 million barrels from the strategic reserve last week, bringing it near the low that was hit back in July of 23 after the Biden administration had tapped the supply in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The Trump administration has pointed to record high U.S. production, along with new supplies unlocked in Venezuela and through the Jones Act waiver that allows foreign flagship to make deliveries between U.S. ports, and those all looking to protect American motorists from spiking prices. Of course, it's been promised the eventual opening of the strait would bring cost back to levels we saw back in February, maybe even lower. President Trump and his energy team anticipated short-term market disruptions. They communicated them openly to the American people and implemented an aggressive plan to mitigate impacts. That, according to White House spokesperson Taylor Rogers. President Trump will never allow Iran to possess a nuclear weapon. He'll continue to advance America's core national security interest. He says the United States is in an excellent position. We're in a position of strength when it comes to Iran. White House National Energy Dominance Council Executive Director says, as he was consulting with a firm on Wednesday. We do not have a supply problem, he says. Rich Goldberg, former senior counselor for the National Energy Dominance Council, said the White House is aware there's a discussion about the inventory issue and should be examining closely whether global stocks can outlast Iran's ability to cope with the ongoing U.S. blockade on their exports. The whole strategy rides on whose timeline is longer, who has a longer runway. So therefore, if I were in the White House, I'd be studying this very closely, he says. Well, he's now a senior advisor at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies, whoever that is. Goldberg added that some industry officials disagree that a price shock is imminent and expect the markets are going to be able to adapt through a combination of alternative supplies and reduced demand. Now, he did say, I don't personally know where the White House comes out on it, but separately, this past day, OPEC experts expecting robust oil demand growth. They're not changing their estimates. The Secretary General said this past day at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, despite the Middle East conflict and the closure of the strait, despite all the commentary out there that oil demand is declining, we've not registered signs of that yet, he says. We still see robust demand growth at 1.2 million barrels a day for this year. He also said that investments in the oil industry should not be affected by one-off events that happen anywhere around the world. But we need to invest well ahead of time to be prepared for the demand that we're still seeing coming in the future here. All right, there you go. It's 844-844-3388. Yeah, Buckeye Boy said, how is it possible when we, the U.S., hardly gets any oil from overseas and we're producing at record amounts? And now the oil from Venezuela that we're getting, yeah, they're wanting to hack the price up or jack the price up, yeah, so they can make more money. Things that points to ponder there. Correct. Thank you much, Buckeye Boy. All right, phone lines open at 844-844-3388. On to several industry headlines as we get the new day underway. Looks like we had a little surprise inspection detail in Virginia on Wednesday. Multiple agencies partnered for a single-day commercial vehicle inspection operation. Again, Wednesday, June 3rd in Bealton, Virginia, resulted in the discovery of 156 violations, including commercial vehicle violations and driver violations, according to the county sheriff's office. Large trucks need to be safely equipped and operated, or every driver nearby is at risk, he says. So we did, 46 vehicles inspected, 147 vehicle violations discovered, 9 driver violations, 19 vehicles placed out of service. That means extreme safety violations. 4 drivers placed out of service, not properly licensed. Let's see, total number of vehicles weighed, 19, and 11 is the number of summonses issued for overweight violations. Washington, Dateline, Washington, the American Transportation Research Institute is conducting a follow-up survey for carriers and truck drivers on adoption levels and the user perspectives for all these new and upcoming safety technologies. This is part of what they call the ongoing Techcelerate program, which is sponsored by the FMCSA. The Techcelerate research team includes the American Transportation Research Institute, the ATA's Technology and Maintenance Council, and the OIDA Foundation. Techcelerate, this follow-up survey on industry adoption of onboard safety systems, will allow the research team to compare and contrast updated findings with the original Techcelerate survey that was conducted in 2023. The 2 surveys will help the research team improve messaging and issue resolution with the goal of improving safety and efficiency. There's like 2 different surveys that they have the links shared for. The motor carrier survey, looking to identify which safety technologies are most and least preferred by the motor carriers. What issues and perspectives they've encountered related to like driver acceptance, repair and maintenance, safety benefits, among other things. The survey, they said, would take approximately 10 to 15 minutes to complete. So again, that's the motor carrier survey. On the driver's side, the driver's survey focuses on truck driver familiarity with and experiences with some of these newer onboard safety technologies. Which technologies had the most or fewest safety benefits from the driver's perspective? Now, they say the driver's survey also should take 10 to 15 minutes to complete. I clicked on the link, and when it comes on, like for the driver side, they're asking about familiarity with things like automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, the active lane keep assist technology, the active lane centering assist, adaptive steering control, lane departure warning, forward collision warning, driver-facing cameras, road-facing cameras, camera-based mirror systems. So they're kind of asking your familiarity with, for those that have used any of these technologies. Do you give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down, like on a scale of 1 to 5 sort of thing? So interesting, but which of these technologies do you think are going to be mandated? Yeah, that's kind of what the research is ultimately all about from the American Transportation Research Institute. They share that with the FMCSA, of course, who makes the rules for the trucking industry as a whole. 844-844-3388.
Truck downtime costs you money. One hidden killer on Cummins ISX15 engines is weak injector cups. When they leak, coolant gets into the cylinders and suddenly you're facing a big repair bill. Industrial Injection has the fix. Our Torque Lock Injector Cup Kit with a threaded Torque Lock design. These cups stay sealed for good. No more coolant leaks. No more surprise downtime. Keep your truck on the road. Ask your shop for Industrial Injection Torque Lock Injector Cups today.
Truckers spend lots of hours on the road. So when it comes to staying connected, you need a headset that works just as hard as you do. Blue Parrot is the #1 headset brand for professional drivers, and we've taken the quality you've come to expect from us and made it even better. Check out our newest headsets, the Pro B350 and Pro B450, offering you more hours of talk time, better voice control, extreme comfort, and industry-leading AI voice isolation microphones. So you can spend more time talking about the important things and less time repeating yourself. To get yours, check out BlueParrot.com. Blue Parrot, hear and be heard. It's time to step up your fuel filtration game. The AirDog heavy-duty diesel fuel system doesn't just filter fuel like the others. It fully optimizes your truck's fuel system for peak efficiency. The AirDog removes contaminants, including particulates, water, air, and vapor, optimizing the pressure feed, providing your engine with the ultra-clean supply of fuel it needs for the quickest starts, smoothest idle, best fuel economy, and highest performance possible. Get started on the road to optimization today at airdogdiesel.com.
Ready to beat the heat this summer? Keep your long haul, short haul, off-road adventure, or just stay cool while on site with Be Cool. Designed with on or off-the-road vehicles in mind, Be Cool offers you DC-powered cooling, low voltage protection, easy installation, and more. Beat the heat with Be Cool. It's the cooler way to go. With air conditioners for semi-trucks starting at $888. Get yours today. Visit b-coolaircon.com or call 778-590-5000. That's 778-590-5000.
So I see you send your heat wave on board. You're asking about who are the 4 House Republicans that actually joined the Democrats on limiting the president's authority to conduct military operations against Iran. President Trump posting, "This is unpatriotic," accusing the lawmakers of undermining his efforts to negotiate an end to the conflict. The vote was actually on Wednesday, 215 to 208, the final vote. The first time lawmakers have actually backed legislation looking to restrict the president's ability to continue military action without congressional approval. As far as the 4 Republicans who broke ranks to join the Democrats, you've got obviously a very bitter right now Thomas Massie of Kentucky, who lost his primary bid a few weeks ago. He could care less. Brian Fitzpatrick of Pennsylvania, Tom Barrett of Michigan, and Warren Davidson of Ohio. Now, the president says it's a meaningless vote Yeah, the House voted for bad Republicans and all the Democrats to limit my war powers right in the middle of my final negotiations to end the war with the Islamic Republic of Iran. Who would do such an unpatriotic thing? They know where the negotiations stand. He says the Democrats are just driven by Trump derangement syndrome. They're more interested in denying him a political victory than actually supporting American interest. They'd rather have our country fail than give me another of many victories. Now, he did reserve particular criticism for the Republicans that voted alongside the Democrats. The 4 Republicans, that's a whole other story. They're grandstanders. They should be ashamed of themselves. Obviously, it's pretty much just a symbolic thing. It's, first of all, questions whether it could pass the Senate. Ultimately, the president would veto. If it came to us, they don't have a supermajority by any means to override a presidential veto. So for all practical purposes, they're just wasting time and effort. I think they voted on this like 8 different times now. This is the first time they've had enough to actually pass it. A waste of time. Morning, Senor Heatwave.
Oh, good morning, Senor. Yeah, were these 4, were they already primaried out? We know one of them was, but were the other ones, did they lose their bids?
That I'm not sure about, like Fitzpatrick, Barrett, Warren, I'm not sure.
Because, I mean, all that is, it's just, well, I'm taking my ball and playing with the other team type of moves. So, there's a reason why Trump didn't endorse these people. So, anyways, now, I know we produce clean oil. And we have refineries for dirty oil that comes from Venezuela, Mexico, Canada. Oh, thank you, Biden, for the XL pipeline being shut down and demolished, you stupid son of a... Anyway, we get the dirty oil and we can refine it. And, we send our clean oil to Europe because their refineries over there are set up to refine this clean oil. Now, my question is, how hard would it be to get some of these refineries, if not all of them? Well, you have to have some for the dirty oil, but how hard would it be to convert these refineries to refine the sweet crude that we have over here?
Mm-hmm.
And for those that are griping about, that they're against new refineries, but then they're screaming about, the high gas prices. Well, you can't do both. It's either one or the other. And if you're voting against new refineries being built, then of course we're going to have higher gas prices. So you're part of the problem. And now if we can, the one that they were talking about building, is that still in the phase of looking at, or are they actually starting to build that new refinery?
Groundbreaking supposed to be taking place anytime, mid-2026. That's like at the Port of Brownsville.
Okay. All right. Now, I wonder if that is going to be a big, humongous refinery, if it's going to be like a small one like they got in Spring, Texas. Because, I mean, if we've got all this oil and we're pumping it and we just can't get enough of it, then we need to have something that's going to be a mega refinery.
Yeah, what I'm seeing here is, for the scope of things, I'm not sure, but it is being built, designed specifically to process our American light shale oil. 168,000 barrel per day capacity, they say. Low carbon gas, diesel, and jet fuel is going to be their specific, what they're looking to. It's a $300 billion project. Yeah, we'll come back, pick up there after this. News, a service of Industrial Injection, serving Cat, Cummins, Detroit, and more. Fuel injection, turbochargers, complete engine solutions. The knowledge you trust, the quality you depend on. IndustrialInjection.com.
Truck downtime costs you money. One hidden killer on Cummins ISX 15 engines is weak injector cups. When they leak, coolant gets into the cylinders and suddenly you're facing a big repair bill. Industrial Injection has the fix. Our Torque Lock Injector Cup Kit with a threaded Torque Lock design. These cups stay sealed for good. No more coolant leaks. No more surprise downtime. Keep your truck on the road. Ask your shop for Industrial Injection Torque Lock Injector Cups today.
Dean Michael, the tax doctor here. Are you tired of those tax problems following you around like a dark cloud, always in the back of your mind, losing sleep at night? Call me now and get your life back. 888-557-4020 or go to mytaxhelpmd.com. Pretending they're not there won't make them go away. The IRS isn't going to forget. They will levy your bank account and garnish your wages. Don't wait for that to happen. I'm not telling you these things to scare you. I'm telling you so you can benefit from my years of experience. Now is the time to act. 888-557-4020.
It's time to step up your fuel filtration game. The AirDog heavy-duty diesel fuel system doesn't just filter fuel like the others. It fully optimizes your truck's fuel system for peak efficiency. The AirDog removes contaminants, including particulates, water, air, and vapor, optimizing the pressure feed, providing your engine with the ultra-clean supply of fuel it needs for the quickest starts, smoothest idle, best fuel economy, and highest performance possible. Get started on the road to optimization today at airdogdiesel.com.
Sex trafficking is fueled by the normalization of the commercial sex industry in our society, as seen in activities like escort sites, street-based prostitution, brothels, strip clubs, pornography sites like OnlyFans and Live Jasmine, webcam pay sites, and paying for sex acts during a massage. TAT offers information on the links between the demand for commercial sex and human trafficking. To learn more about human trafficking, visit tatnonprofit.org.
USA Radio News, I'm Anthony Lucero. President Trump says the U.S. hit Iran hard with strikes, but believes a deal could soon be reached.
The president spoke from the Oval Office.
The negotiation itself is going to do well, actually.
Trump said the U.S. could wipe out Iran pretty quickly if he chooses to do so, but he doesn't want any more people to die. The president said if Iran signs an agreement, they will not have a nuclear weapon. It all comes after the two countries exchanged missile fire over the Persian Gulf earlier on Wednesday. I'm Mark Mayfield.
President Trump says Florida Governor Ron DeSantis could be a very good attorney general, but stopped short of confirming any nomination. The comments come as speculation continues over leadership changes at the Justice Department, with Todd Blanche also being floated for that role. The Department of Justice has launched a nationwide crackdown on fraud schemes.
Federal officials are announcing a nationwide crackdown on alleged fraud schemes, including a Medicaid case in Ohio, where prosecutors say more than $30 million in false claims were used to fund luxury spending. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche says the cases reflect growing abuse of public programs, while the U.S. Department of Justice is expanding joint efforts with states. The Federal Bureau of Investigation also unveiled a new most wanted fraudsters list as part of the broader enforcement push. Officials, including Kash Patel, say the effort aims to target large-scale financial crimes. Ron Warner, USA Radio News.
Former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton is expected to plead guilty to mishandling classified documents.
That's according to CNN, which cited three sources familiar with the matter. It's part of a plea deal which will also see Bolton pay a more than $2 million fine. An illegal retention of sensitive national security documents conviction carries a sentence between 0 and 60 months behind bars. Bolton was indicted in October. He became a strong critic of President Trump after he left the administration in 2019. John Sommers, USA Radio News.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
No matter who we are or where we come from, we all experience difficulties in life.
Military veterans know that sometimes it takes strength and determination to make it through.
Whether it's obvious physical challenges or struggles on the inside, it takes strength to ask for help when you need it.
I knew that I had to get support, not just for me, but for the sake of my wife and kids.
Talking about it has helped me feel more like myself again.
Honestly, it was hard to open up at first, but it's changed my life for the better.
Learn how veterans like us have reached out for help. And hear stories of strength and recovery at maketheconnection.net.
One person is dead and 3 others were injured after a shooting that followed a high school graduation ceremony in Fairfield, California.
Wednesday's ceremony was for Sam Yetto High School, a continuation school on the campus of Fairfield High School. The shooting was reported in a parking lot at about 7:15 p.m. Fairfield police say the person who died was 18 years old. The hospitalized victims are aged 11, 20, and 25. Witnesses say the shooting happened as pictures of graduates were being taken. Investigators have not identified a suspect. I'm Daniel Martindale.
President Trump says the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool project has been completed.
The president said they ended up doing more work to the surrounding area near the pool than expected. The president said the pool is now pristine and no longer looks disgusting. Trump had initially estimated that renovations of the reflecting pond, as he called it, would take only a week or two and cost $1.8 million. The project lasted longer than a month, and the firm handling it has charged the White House $13.1 million, over 7 times the initial amount for the work. That's according to the New York Times. The president said the pool is now pristine and no longer looks disgusting. I'm Lisa Carton.
Father Stephen Rossetti has been removed from his role as exorcist by the Archdiocese of Washington after making comments linking UFOs and demons. Church officials, including Cardinal Robert McElree, said the move followed concerns over those public statements, though Rossetti remains in ministry in other roles. For USA Radio News, I'm Anthony Lucero.
Would you know where to turn if you or a loved one became paralyzed? For thousands of families, the National Paralysis Resource Center has been that lifeline. But now federal funding's at risk. Sherman Gillums Jr., a partially paralyzed Marine veteran with the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation, explains why.
This is about more than just a budget line. It's about veterans, caregivers, and families, real people who need these resources to live more productive and independent lives.
Learn more at ChristopherReeve.org.
Truck downtime costs you money. One hidden killer on Cummins ISX-15 engines is weak injector cups. When they leak, coolant gets into the cylinders and suddenly you're facing a big repair bill. Industrial Injection has the fix. Our Torque Lock Injector Cup Kit with a threaded Torque Lock design. These cups stay sealed for good. No more coolant leaks. No more surprise downtime. Keep your truck on the road. Ask your shop for Industrial Injection Torque Lock Injector Cups today.
Truckers spend lots of hours on the road. So when it comes to staying connected, you need a headset that works just as hard as you do. Blue Parrot is the #1 headset brand for professional drivers, and we've taken the quality you've come to expect from us and made it even better. Check out our newest headsets, the Pro B350 and Pro B450, offering you more hours of talk time, better voice control, extreme comfort, and industry-leading AI voice isolation microphones. So you can spend more time talking about the important things and less time repeating yourself. To get yours, check out BlueParrot.com. Blue Parrot, hear and be heard.
Because Channel 19's a little congested. Call Steve now at 844-844-3388. The Overnight Drive.
Yes, indeed, we are rolling into a brand new day. Good to have you with us as we kick off a Friday edition, Casual Friday. The Steve Sommers Overnight Drive, live from the Hot Shot Secret Studios. And hello to Eskimo Mom. Check it in via Facebook. Howdy, Overnight Drive Nation. And happy National Donut Day. Uh-oh. Did you know that, Pappy? National Donut Day. There you go. Friday, hump day, whatever day it is. 16 days till Dad's Day and the summer solstice. 29 till Independence Day, and sadly, 94 days till Labor Day. Here we go. Finishing up a combo live unload at the gas station and a drop and hook at my store. Getting ready to head back to the yard. We'll start this all over in about 18 hours. Hopefully, Friday's commute's better than Thursday. Had a semi loaded with hay. that caught fire had 75 South closed for a time between Piqua and Troy. Yeah, my normal 25-minute commute doubling to nearly an hour because people were using the alternative that I was on. And to add insult to injury, Troy actually has their Strawberry Festival this weekend, forcing traffic to avoid the traffic circle downtown. But if you want good strawberry donuts, yeah, that is one thing the festival is known for having here on National Donut Day. There you go. Hazy skies, 70 degrees, Owensboro, Kentucky at this hour. Be safe. Have a good weekend when you get to it. And there's the Missouri Dragon. Check it in from Osceola, Arkansas tonight. 78 degrees at this hour. Gilligan. Morning, Steve. Fellow listeners driving in the moonlight. Mayberry, a.k.a. Mount Airy, North Carolina. 59 at this hour. Keep it shiny side up. All right, we left off there, top of the hour, talking what is going to be the first new refinery built in this country in like 50 years. I think 1976 was the last one. So at 168,000 barrels per day, producing low carbon gas, diesel, and jet fuel. As far as the deal was made with, I think it's India's largest energy company, Reliance Energy, a 20-year binding agreement where Reliance Industries will purchase 1.2 billion barrels of U.S. shale oil ultimately. I mean, we're talking valued at over $125 billion in refined products. Should create about 500 direct full-time positions, thousands of indirect construction and logistics jobs. The new Texas facility, they say, will stand out from most of the legacy U.S. refineries, which were historically built to produce or process heavier imported crudes. All right, so they say for job postings, official announcements, developments, you can follow the progress via the Port of Brownsville or the America First Refining corporate pages. But again, last U.S. refinery built 1976. That was the Garyville, Louisiana plant. And I guess we need more of that. Welcome back, Senor.
Thank you for holding me over. Did you say it was Indian, as in East India Indian?
Like the
company?
The country of India, yes.
Good Lord. I mean, we can't even have our own damn companies spend their money here? Jiminy Christmas. Well, at least I guess the good thing is we're not exporting our refining to them. They're actually coming here and spending money, but dadgum. Well, no damn wonder where we're at as far as a lot of things go. All right, well, the hell with it. It'd be nice if some of these smaller refineries, like the one here in Jamestown, New Mexico, at Exit 39 Refinery Road, where the pilot Flying J is, our jackass governor, Lujan Grisham, she shut it down here during the COVID era. And so it's just sitting there doing nothing. That'd be nice if somebody could go over there and try to, refurbish it. But I don't guess that's going to be worth it. I just had something else on my mind and it slid off like cheese on a pizza, just gone. Oh, well, I guess it probably wasn't that important then. But if it is, I'll call back. All right. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Michelle Lujan Grisham, did you hear her statement she made last week? I think it was last week. She was at a Democrat group of women, and she was saying We don't need men. All we need are all the Democrat women to vote, and we will be fine.
Wow. Okay.
Now, if you don't want men in your party, just say so. Let the gays be in there. You know, they're in the wrong frame of mind anyways. They'd fit right in with Grisham and her group. You know, if they're going to act that way, why would they expect to be taken serious? And another damn group of people, the Alphabet Group. Did you see that Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Boswell, whatever her name is, saying that D.C. is the gayest city in the world? Did you see that nonsense?
I did not know. Yeah, what?
Good night. And, you know, and for a group of individuals who think they're something else other than what they are, you know, like Trump was saying yesterday, oh, they want special, you know, they want to be treated different, but they want to be, they're just the same. No, you're not. You're mentally ill. You don't need a damn month. And Jennifer Lopez was saying, if it was up to me, it would be your day all year long.
Yeah, every day.
I mean, catering to the sickest people. There was one girl, and I think I posted it on your page, that was asked how many genders there are. And she said there are 3. There are men, there are women, and there are the mentally ill. I think that was enough said. So with that being said, I'll let you go. Have a good weekend, folks. Let's do this again next week, huh?
We'll be back if all goes according to plan. There you go. Yeah, roll it up on 14 past the hour. It's a Friday. And clear lines at 844-844-3388. All right, we get plenty of other industry headlines to throw your way coming up. I guess a little bit of an update. I don't know, maybe if Braindead's out there tonight, he might chime in on looking at saving college sports. President Trump yesterday urging Congress to quickly pass what is being described as the bipartisan Protect College Sports Act. Praising legislation introduced by Senator Ted Cruz, Eric Schmidt of Missouri, Maria Cantwell of Washington, and Chris Coons of Delaware. A critical step toward stabilizing college athletics. In a post on social media, the president described the college sports as a great American institution that's fallen into a total mess after years of litigation, court rulings, and the rapid expansion of athlete compensation and transfer freedoms. He warned schools are losing hundreds of millions of dollars annually, argued that women's sports and Olympic programs are particularly at risk. I said university presidents, conference commissioners, coaches, athletic directors, student athletes had told him that this current system has become a disaster. Noting he previously convened a bipartisan roundtable of sports executive, athletes, and political leaders to develop solutions. He said he later signed that executive order addressing the issue. And did we lose a connection? Stating, I urge the House and Senate to come together to pass a final bipartisan law that I can sign this summer. We have to save college sports. The Protect College Sports Act of 2026, negotiated by Cruz and Cantwell, designed to create a national framework governing college athletics amid the growing concerns over the impact of the name, image, and likeness payments. Then you got the transfer portal activity, eligibility disputes, rising athletic department cost. According to the Senate Commerce Committee, this legislation would establish uniform national rules covering NIL agreements, the athlete-agent relationships, recruiting, transfers, eligibility standards, and enforcement mechanisms. The bill would also require NIL disclosure standards, provide academic and scholarship protections, establish health and safety requirements, and create a student-athlete ombudsman, and provide medical coverage protections. Supporters say this would preserve athletes' ability to profit from their name, image, and likeness while preventing college sports from evolving into essentially an unrestricted professional model. There's also provisions aimed at protecting women's and Olympic sports, preserving traditional rivalries, preventing excessive consolidation among major conferences, and allowing conferences to voluntarily pool their media rights to increase revenue. At this point, everything's been pretty much out of control, chaos. Looks like the Senate Commerce Committee is expected to hold a hearing on that legislation sometime here in the next few weeks. But yes, saving college sports. It's 844-844-3388.
Truck downtime costs you money. One hidden killer on Cummins ISX-15 engines is weak injector cups. When they leak, coolant gets into the cylinders and